Save 8% off your order at TrueTechTools.com by using the Shop Talk discount code. All right, I was hey, what's up? Come on, now you're gonna answer now. What's up?
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought you were talking to the people out there. You're talking to me. Gotcha.
No, I'm talking to you, bro, because you have the cool hat on. It's good to see the merch has found a home. Oh man, yeah. I was telling. I will address the chatters now. I said I told Curtis what the plan was tonight. The plan is there is no plan. So that's it. That's the whole plan right there. We have a lot of chatters out there. We got Doug, or you pronounce it Doug, and Clint and Thomas and Doug again and Josh and Luke and Justin and on down the line. Even got a super chat. Good grief. Oh my gosh, Curtis, you watching the show?
No, yes and no. I thought I had my. Sorry about that. Anyway,
good grief. Good grief. Hey, Curtis, are you ready to talk about all the stuff we were talking about the other day? Is it too early to talk about that?
What stuff is that?
You know what I'm saying? The business stuff.
Oh, yeah. No, it's cool.
All right. Okay, good. That's the sort of thing I do in advance. We had technical difficulties because Curtis left his microphone in the attic or something. I don't know what it was. In the crawl space, he had to go down there and grab it. And then his wife had to fix his computer for him. It's pretty funny. It's pretty good. Hey, you know what I was doing up until like right before this show, because I haven't even got to eat dinner yet. After this show is, 60 to 90 minutes from now, Curtis, we have like a roast that's been pan fried and slowly whatever on the stove for like the last 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be fantastic. I'd invite you over if you wouldn't make it in time. I'd eat it.
That's all right. I already ate. We had mashed potatoes and peas and meatloaf. So.
Oh, that's pretty good too. I like meatloaf. Not everybody likes meatloaf. There's there's people that hate meatloaf, and I don't understand why that is, because it is fantastic.
Oh, I know. My mother-in-law gave us a recipe. Some people use I think it's crackers in it. She uses potatoes. She boils potatoes and cuts potatoes up and puts potatoes in it.
I thought you were gonna say crack. And just leave it at that. I love this meatloaf. What is the secret ingredient? Well, it's going to be a dash of cocaine, and people just keep coming back. You know what I'm
saying? That way, nobody hates meatloaf. Everybody meatloaf when you put a little drugs in it.
yeah, meatloaf. People buy meatloafs out the back of the Volvo. They're buying them 5 at a time.
There you go.
Oh my gosh! I've never tried the crack, but I've heard that people they really get hooked on it. They really like it. Mm-hmm. That's more of you have that. What's that? You're telling me in that other show we did what was it, like drugs or something took over the town? What town was that? You remember what I'm talking about?
The town I live in?
It was like a town near you. You were saying how it went to crap for 30 years and now it's coming back.
Oh, Pulaski, the town, one of the towns near me.
I like that.
And meth came in, and it's one of those things, man, So, and then of course we had town council was embezzling money, and just a whole rigmarole. But all those jokers are out now, or they're dead. So I mean, we had the chance to bring Walt Disney World or a Walt Disney Resort to our area back in the late 70s, early 80s, and town council turned it down. I kid you not. I mean, it really would have reshaped the East Coast if it was brought this way.
Maybe they thought it was going to be too woke. That's the word of the day. Everybody, hey man, you're being woke.
Quit using terms that I don't know.
I don't even know what it means.
I don't either.
I think I'm not even we're not gonna go into that. Good grief. I'm not gonna speculate because then it'll just be trouble for me, and I don't want that. And
no, we'd hate for you to lose sponsors and stuff because you're not woke.
Oh yeah, this show is sponsored by Navac and Yellow Jacket and Refrigeration Technologies and some other people we'll mention later. Space it out, you know what I'm saying?
And we're woke.
I don't know how woke, but hopefully there's a low level of wokeness. From what I understand, it's always portrayed to me as a negative thing. Like if you are woke, and not like you woke up in the morning, it's like you're awoken to this new way of thinking or something. I don't know.
So I guess we just need to stay asleep and don't be woke.
I think the woke people are asleep. It's like it's irony or something, probably.
Yeah.
It's weird, but I don't know. And one other thing is that when you talk, how can your accent be more southern than mine when I'm actually more south than you are? How does that even work? It's like Chuck. When Chuck comes on this show, it's like his accent's so thick. I don't know what maybe it's mountain related or something.
It is. We come from the mountains, and you lowlanders, you don't have the twang we do. So
no, you're right. We don't have the twang, but I'm from here, so it's strange. Well,
you're from there. I'm from here.
This is like who's on first crap or something. Who's on first? No, what's on first? Why is on second? Yeah. Oh my gosh. I just want to say thank you right now out there to our chatter, Doug, who gave us a $1.99 super chat right there. That will be 1.7 Harbor Freight screwdrivers. I appreciate that. And the kind of screwdriver, I don't know if you have one of these, but you have like nice screwdrivers that you use for, driving screws. And there's always like one screwdriver that's like also a cold chisel and a pry bar. Do you have like one of those?
Yes.
Well, good, Curtis, because every person should have one of those. It's like 1.5 feet long, and it's like the ends are chipped off of it and stuff.
Yes,
I think everybody's supposed to have that. You're answering very politically, like yes, or I cannot recall.
I didn't hear the question. My mind kind of veered off for a second.
Well, what were you thinking about? We can just talk about that.
No. Well, I thought about how I could easily slip out my credit card and give you a nice super chat without you knowing, but there was no way I could get it past you,
Well, you'd be surprised what things make it past me. That's so funny. Let me tell you what my current system of HVAC technician is and see what you think about this, because you have a change that you're going to talk about in a second. Here's my change. Yeah. I finally got out and I was able to get out there and actually do some stuff with these tools here lately. And here's my plan. My license is expired. I can renew it at any time for being an actual contractor, install contractor. To be a service tech here, all you got to do is have a pulse and be able to purchase refrigerant drums is about the only criteria for it. So I figure I just leave it expired. Therefore, when someone says, will you change this unit out? I say, no, I can't legally do that, but I can fix it every day. I can come back tomorrow and I can fix it. I'll give you a heck of a deal.
I wouldn't do that, Zach. I still, because there might be somebody that wants to piggyback off of it and say, hey, buddy, can I use your license?
Yeah, see, that's what
you can make an easy 300, 400 clams.
The clam.
Yeah.
I'll be rolling dough.
There you go. You can make 300-400 easy clams, letting somebody piggyback off your license.
Well, I can give a nice North Carolina change out for about $3,000. You know what I'm saying? I can get a $3,000 North Carolina change out. Doesn't require permits, doesn't require testing, or I can go ahead and charge $600, $700 17 times to fix something. I mean, economically, I should be fixing something.
No. I mean, a man of your caliber and your time, in your time, you just don't have, the capacity to do a change out anymore.
Right. I mean, like the mental
so,
capacity.
so I mean, just give it to Mike Palace. He'll do it.
I don't think Palace has the capacity either. I think we have to go next in line. Oh, here, let me tell you this. I was going to this house, and this house that I went to, this thing I did yesterday, I was just checking things out, and they had a bad high pressure switch. So I was taking a look at that, and before that, my brother had gone out there. Palace had actually gone out there because for a while I wasn't doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy's like, "Oh, it's good to see you again. It's really great." And they had actually called on my urging, say, "Well, my brother is pretty busy. Usually he can't get the stuff that I send to him. So just call these guys, which I know in town here. They seem to be pretty good guys." Well, that guy came and must have screwed it up bad.
Oh,
I mean, he must have just,
man.
he just ruined everything here. And then the guys wait for my brother to come out after that. And my brother diagnoses this high pressure switch. And I confirmed, I guess. I came in and confirmed because he had unplugged it and I tested the thing. And evidently this guy had like quoted a whole different problem that wasn't there. It's like one of them things that you see on like Dateline where it comes and says, it was just this one wire and you said it needed 7 compressors, It was pretty funny though. I mean, because the guy was awful excited to see me. It's like, okay, it's good to have you back, Zach. It's like, how bad was this guy? That you're,
golly, man.
Yeah, it's great. But now I wanted to talk to you. Let's talk about your thing because you gave me this this high drama narrative hook the other day. It's like, Zach, it's all over for me. This sort of thing. You like the movie voice? It's all over for Curtis. Check out next year when he live on the street.
Yeah, I'm shutting down business. So
this is what you tell me. He's like, I'm shutting down. It's like, Curtis, what's going on, buddy? Do you need $100? You need to get off the street, And go ahead and tell him what you told me.
Me and my brother-in-law are actually going into business together.
So yeah, you're not shutting down. You're merging and becoming a mogul or something.
We're gonna. Weed is becoming legal here in Virginia.
I like
July, so we're gonna start selling marijuana.
You're gonna start selling you're selling the CBD is what you're doing.
Yeah, we're gonna start growing and selling marijuana stuff.
Well, you know what, Curtis? I think that's since your town is all past crystal meth now, you don't want to be a late bloomer on that. You get the CBD, the THC, the PCP, and you'll be doing good. Hopefully, all those acronyms are right, guys. I know some of you are testing those things out.
No, we're going into business together, merging and becoming one company doing heat and air. So
where'd that come from? I mean, whose idea was that?
A little bit of both. We've been, excuse me, we had been talking about it for, I don't know, about 6 months, throwing the idea back and forth. And it was really my wife and his wife that said, you need to go ahead and do it. Just do it. And, we thought about it and might as well. So we, first part of this year, we went down and got the paperwork together. We're still working on some things. I've got a couple jobs that are still under contract with my old company, and he's got a couple that are still under contract with his, and we're trying to get those done before we move forward with the whole deal. We're setting us up a sheet metal shop. So, I mean, he's real good at making ductwork. So, and he's going to teach. I know a little bit, but not as much as he does. So, but he's going to teach us. He's a good service tech. I'm a good, an okay service tech. We got us an install crew. So we're doing okay.
Who's the boss going to be?
It's 50-50. So it's if he's got a decision, or if we got to make a decision and it seems better after we talk about it, he makes a decision. If it's, makes more sense, if I go, we'll both think about it. I mean, that's on little stuff. I mean, when we got to make a real big decision, that's a little different. But I don't think we're going to have a problem, as far as making decisions. I mean, 50-50, man. That's, family. I've been in business with family before, and it's a Damocles sword, by any means. But, that's immediate family. He's not immediate family. So that might make it a little easier.
I work with family. It was a dream come true. What are you talking about? No, my way's right.
Well,
no,
then,
my
well,
way's
then,
right.
No, well, then you really haven't worked with family.
I understand.
I got some stories to tell you.
All right, we'll get to that in just a second. Actually, that's good. Okay, keep going.
But no, I'm looking forward to it.
Now, how you gonna get past all these people talk about they go into partnerships with people and it all goes to crap. They have falling outs and stuff like that. How you gonna avoid that? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's a foregone conclusion that it's going to happen. I'm just saying that, it happens to people when they're getting these positions sometimes.
There's a whole thing, just honesty. You gotta be upfront and honest with each other. You don't if you see something and you don't like it, say something. Don't keep it all in. You know what I mean? Just come right out and say, hey, that's not a good thing to do. We need to do this or do that, or, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you talk about it before you make a decision.
Yeah. Is that how y'all act to each other now? Like when you're in personal interactions?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And see, we've been friends for God, 30 years.
Oh, it's all over now.
Yeah. So, I mean, we've been family for 22. I've been married. Me and his sister were married. My wife been married 22 years.
Oh, that's it. Okay, so it's your wife's brother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My brother. No, it can't be my brother or my wife's brother. Now, my wife's brother. Let me back up and point. My sister's husband, that brother-in-law, works with my uncles. Now I would love to have him working for me, but that's neither here nor there. Will never happen. He can't stand people. So he does plumbing, so he can't stand working, interacting with the public. So, he told me before he couldn't stand service work. He couldn't stand dealing with the public. They do more new construction and commercial stuff. So he's happy doing that. He hates people. I mean, I hate people too, but,
people are awful.
Well, of course, people are terrible, but I'm a people person, which is, I don't know, maybe I'm cursed or something.
You love the evil people. Well, you got to say, I think someone was asking this the other day. I was listening to, I think it was a different podcast. And it was not HVAC related, but it's like, are people mostly good or mostly bad? We're like, they are mostly bad. They were selfish creatures looking out for ourselves, and then looking
most
for
definitely.
Money. Yeah,
that's
most wild.
Definitely.
He's just aware, I guess, of that.
Yeah. But me and my brother-in-law, we get along real good. So, as long as he's like my wife. She they have an analytical personality. So I'm kind of a laid back, seat in my pants kind of person. He thinks and does a lot of research and puts a lot of thinking into decisions that are made and things of that nature. So that's where me and my wife, we make a good pair. So I know that me and my brother-in-law being in business together are going to make a good pair. So
if he's like an analytical guy, is he going to handle like a lot of the business stuff?
I guess
I can see you going out. It's like, who can meet this inspector that's been a problem? That'd be Curtis's job. Why don't you go talk to the inspector? Like, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it right now.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
it's good to have that kind of person at your disposal
yeah,
too.
yeah. I mean, um, yeah, he's the kind of person that'll tell you like it is, that type of thing. He, but as far as the business end, we'll more likely we'll both, take 50% or, both handle the business. I mean, we'll just have to see, how it goes, um, me on my side, I'm going to handle more of um, the installation and the job part on it, making sure the jobs are this is what I like to do. Make sure that the jobs are taken care of. Go to the job sites 1-to-1, make sure they're good, make sure the guys have everything they need, to keep them going. Estimating, looking at the jobs, and then running service work if we need it. He's a good service tech. Him doing the same thing, estimating and running service calls. But the last thing I want him to have to worry about is having to make sure that the guys have everything they need for the job, or unless he's on the job and he needs to be on the job, or I need to be on the job. We'll just have to see how it goes.
Now,
So,
I mean, here's what I'm wondering. This may not be, whatever here nor there, but do either one of you have tempers? Okay, does he have a temper?
well, yes.
Okay, well, you know what I mean, because it's good to have those guys. We're talking about those guys, and my frame of mind just went out the window for some reason. I'm thinking about when you have a business. There's like two guys that are at the top in a lot of these businesses. There's one guy that does a lot of paperwork. He works with like the administrative side. He has a nice car because he wanted one, and he's driving it around. And then you have the other guy who goes out and gets his hands dirty still. It's kind of like the foreman. He drives the truck because he don't care about cars, and it's just they mesh together real well. So I'm kind of wondering, is that what you guys are like? Are you alike? Or is one of you going to take one of those roles? This all comes from HD television. In case you don't know.
No, neither one of us is going to take the role of having a nice car and all that stuff. We're both going to be out on the job working, that type of thing. It's not going to be, no, we're both going to be on the job working.
Well, let me ask you: do you still have that Ranger?
Yes, I do.
Do you still drive the Ranger? Or you drive a different?
No, I get my new. I have a 08 F-150. That's my truck. The install crew drive it for right now.
Okay,
my nephew and a helper. They drive it.
Oh, okay. I know you had that Ranger, man, and I don't know if you knew this or I told you, but back in the day when I was in high school, I drove a Ford Ranger and I bought that same truck back. So I have the same truck I drove in high school, and my son's driving it to high school. It's a 90.
Kidding.
Yeah. It's a 95 Ford Ranger.
No kidding.
Cool. Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, I love it. It's beat all to crap. But I mean, I just love it. I just love the truck.
300,000 miles, man. I mean,
well, we'll never know because the stupid thing doesn't turn over any longer. And the trip odometer is on 0 forever, and then the main odometer is on 253,000. It's been there for a while.
Well, I know that when last year to pass inspection, we had to put a whole new instrument cluster in it, and it was at 297, 680 something. Whenever he put the new instrument cluster in it, so I know it's over 300,000 on that engine.
What a beast!
They are, man. They are.
I love
as long as you take care of them. As long as you take care of them.
And we didn't even hardly take care of it. Nah, it was out of my hands for like I drove it from like 97 to 2001 or 2, sold it and just got it back about, I guess, a year back, not even that far. So it's been out of my hands for almost 2 decades. So
dang.
It's a beautiful love story if you think about it.
Oh yeah.
It's back. It's great. The seatbelts don't work. Well, one of them doesn't. I have to buckle to the middle seatbelt.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of stuff like that. It's a trip, but I don't know. I've always, when it came to work vehicles, I've never had like a really new work vehicle before. ever.
Oh no, this one was used anyway. It had 120,000 on the mileage on it. So, it wasn't new, but I wasn't going to spend $50,000 on a brand new truck to turn it into a work truck. Now, that's not to say they wanted to sell me one. They would love to have sold me a $50,000 truck. They told me time and time again, it's harder to get a used vehicle than a new vehicle. Come on in here, let's sell you a new vehicle. And I told him again, I'm not buying a $50,000, $60,000 truck. I'm just going to turn around and turn it into a work truck. So, we'll buy this one here, and use it.
Trucks need to work, bro. I mean, when I drive down the street, and I have a 2013 GMC that I use for work, and then of course we drive that Ranger around because my gosh, I love that Ranger. And I drive down the street and I see these dudes going by in like a 2020 truck. It's like lifted off the ground. It sparkles when it goes by or changes colors or something, or there's lights that flash or something. I was like, how are you going to buy a truck that's not capable of work? And it costs like $60,000.
Oh, I know. Now I tell you, whenever the good mechanic I got, worked on that truck last year, he said, no, Kurt, and he said, I'm going to tell you. He says, it might be a good idea as it's getting up in mileage. You might not want to pull another trailer with this truck, not haul anything big with it or pull another trailer. He says, you've been pulling trailers and everything with this thing since you've had it. And you might want to think of retiring it from pulling trailers. So I don't let it pull any trailers anymore. We carry a heat pump or an air handler on it every now and then, but don't let it pull a trailer or a big heavy load anymore.
Well, that's probably wise, I guess. It's like an elderly person. You can't do this anymore. You won't be playing ball anymore, but you can still watch the game.
She's halfway retired. We ain't retired it yet. She's halfway retired.
That's like me.
There you go.
There's still life left in her yet. I don't know, man. I'm down with the pulling trailer thing because we put more axles in the E150s than I can count on my hand, because every time you put a lot of weight in the back of those E150s, you would lose a stupid axle because it couldn't handle the weight. I don't know how much weight they can handle. I don't know what it is, but it seems like a couple air handlers, maybe a condenser and an air handler. After a few dozen times of doing that, the axle goes, no, I'm done. Next. And then you put another one in there. But finally, the last real work truck that I bought was an F350. And I got it when it had about 120,000 miles on it too. It cost $10,000, as I recall, and drove that for a few years. And man, I love that truck too. And it would haul anything up and down the road. It was great.
Yeah.
So it was nice to have that instead of the E150, which could barely, haul the hanging straps in the box,
Well, I think the next vehicle we're going to get is I'd like to get a diesel. Well, excuse me. So, but the diesel, those things can 400,000 or 500,000 miles, man. I mean, those things can go and go and go. So I had a buddy of mine, he did heating and air for a while, and he bought a truck. When he bought it, it had 350,000 miles on it, but it was a diesel. It was an F350. It was a diesel. And or F250, I think it was 250. But anyway, he drove it for another 150,000 miles before he sold it. So, I mean, they're crazy. I mean, they're beasts. That's beasts.
What they say. Which diesel was it? What diesel engine was it? I'm trying to remember what they were. Was it 7.3 and
I think it was
something other?
I think it was a 7.3 and a 7.5.
I want to say that's what it was people like, and there's one of I think it's a 6 something that people just hate, if I remember correctly, in the Ford area. At least. That's what they hate.
No, it was a 7. It was a 7 point something, but it was like an 03 or an 04 F250. So, but it I forget what they used the truck before he got it, but we gonna sit here and talk about reminiscing on vehicles, or do you have anything else you want to talk about?
I want to talk about whatever we can talk about. Hey, I got something for you though. If you need
Okay.
to spur your imagination, I lied. I do have one little thing over here. Let me get this right here. I had this picture you sent me, which I think is beautiful. This brings back some memories right here.
Okay.
Shabam! Hey, it's a Maristar, bro. Hey, wait, it's an Ameristar unit, but it looks like a Run True unit, Curtis. What's it really?
It's an Ameristar.
Wait, but I thought it was a Run True. Why are they making multiple things that have the same cabinet?
Because they both come with the sticker.
Oh man,
you can either put a Run True on it, or you can put a Ameristar. Now that brings up a good point, Zach. Remember, I don't know, a year or so ago when Ted Cook came on here and said that Train was getting rid of the Ameristar, and
oh dear,
they weren't going to.
This is some information. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, they weren't going to have it, and all this stuff. Well, Ted, when you watch this podcast or listen to this podcast, you're looking at it right there, buddy.
Well, I think he's going to come on next week, so I'll just keep the picture on here and show.
There
him.
you go. There you go. There you go.
That was right. I don't know if that was on this show or some show, but I remember that because you guys were going back and forth. They're getting rid of it. No, they're not. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Well, I guess. Well, what is that? Did you put that in?
Yes, I did. We did put that in. Yes, we did put that in.
So you still love Ameristar?
Well,
that's beautiful, man. Do they have those same great screws that are neither 1/4 or
okay.
5/16 maybe?
I hate that unit.
Wait, which one do you hate? The old one or this one?
No, I hate this one.
Oh, you hate it? Why do you hate this one? It's so bad, Zach. It's so bad. Here, I'll put up the air handler too, so people can see that. There you go. There's the air handler.
The air handler's not bad. It's a TEM4 unpainted.
Oh, okay.
So it's what it is. But for the reason is, and I'll be straight up and honest, that's a 2-ton. Okay. Ameristar's 2-ton heat pumps were 24 by 24. A little 2-foot by 2-foot heat pump.
Beautiful.
Okay. I love those things. All right. Plus the heat pumps, the Ameristar heat pumps, all together were a good design. I mean, it was a sturdy design. People can say they hated the screws, whatever.
They were great.
It was just, love the design.
Get your Phillips screwdriver. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. With a Phillips screwdriver, it's fine. But with this one, it's like I'm working on a Goodman, man. It's
Watch your mouth, bro.
I'm not trying to cuss American Standard and Train by any means. But if you put that picture back up of the Ameristar heat pump, you'll notice there is do you notice the gap on the front of the grate, or the front of the unit to where the condenser coil is?
It looks like got a few inches there. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not solid. It's not solidly built. Let's put it that way.
Oh,
it's not solidly built. Let's put it that way.
So are you giving this piece of crap status? Is that what you're saying? Is it a piece of crap?
As far as running, the unit is very quiet. It's not very loud. It's very quiet. I think they could do something a little bit different with the construction on it. Yes.
The Ameristar units before, whatever you think about them, whether the defrost boards might have been something you disliked about them or not, I'm just going to put it out there. The actual cabinet was like a tank, though.
It was. It really was. I mean, it really was. I just the whole thing where the condenser coil is set back in, or is inset from the casing around the condenser. I mean, it just makes for a flimsy unit.
Do you still put in American Standard as well?
Oh yeah. I'm an American Standard dealer, so yeah, and I put more American Standards in last year than I did Ameristars.
Hey, wait, you were an American Standard dealer, so you got a new company now. Are they selling American Standard too?
We will be. Yes,
Okay.
we will be. We will be.
Nice. What kind of boilers are you going to sell?
The boilers that we like putting in are Well McLean. We like putting in those little Well McLean boilers.
I don't know nothing about any boilers anyway.
Yeah. Or we put in Navian combis or Navian boilers, but really haven't done many boilers here lately, man.
You were on a roll for a while. You remember it's like boiler here, boiler there, and as I recall, you don't like doing them.
I don't.
Why don't you like doing boilers, Curtis? Ain't it easy? You throw on a couple water pipes, get out your water zoom lock, and you're done.
Well, I keep losing my butt on them, Zach. I can't seem to get my pricing down on them.
Well, you need to start adding 20% or something. Hey, Curtis, it's like the first 7 have gone horribly. Charge more.
Yeah. So as we're doing them, I'm tapping a little bit on, a little bit on, a little bit on, you know. So I did a combi boiler last year for a customer. But,
yeah. Well, you're telling me the person's like, oh man, I thought my neighbor you did a one for, it cost $2,000 less. Be like, it's because of lumber, you know. It's the lumber I'm using to mount this boiler. So okay, all right, okay, take it easy. I don't know. I never did a boiler in my life, but you were doing them, and I remember you disliking them. I didn't know it was due to the maybe being new to it, and I guess pricing them out and being new to putting in the boilers or something. What was the issue?
New to it at first, and also you never know what you're going to run into. You always can plan for something, and you can plan to have. I have all the fittings I need. I have everything ready to go, and then you're out in the middle of BFE, and you're trying to hook something up, and you don't have it. So you gotta.
Yeah. I remember your story now.
Yes, yeah. So you got to run all the way back to the supply house just to get that one fitting that you thought you wouldn't need it, or you planned for everything. It's just one of those things, man. But hey, we're doing more commercial now than we've been doing residential. So I don't know if we're gonna. We're getting ready, like I told you before, we're getting ready to do a church.
Yeah.
Getting ready to do a big church. So we'll see how it goes. So
are you doing a church for the Mormons?
Yes.
Oh, is it for real?
No.
I was about to say, hey, I was about to say, you better get paid before they jump on that spaceship ahead to the third Earth or whatever.
No. They're Christians. They're Christians.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't know if they're Scientologists or what. So know,
they're actually talking with the GC. They're setting up the church where they have the sanctuary, and then they have a lower floor that's got a couple of conference rooms and the meeting area for Bible school for the kids and stuff. And then they one room on the first floor is going to be a media room. Okay. Now there's a second floor above that first floor, and it's going to have, there's only a couple of offices that are going to be used by the church, the main church, the pastor, secretary, whatever. The rest actually is being rented out, and I can't think of the name of it, but they're a media company that does Christian work. They make movies and online. I don't know if they do online content, but they do a lot of stuff through media.
Oh, neat.
And I can't think of them. And they're one of the first here on the East Coast, I believe. That are gonna start doing that. So I mean, they got a nice big area for it. I mean, it's I'll have to, if next time I find out, Zach, I'll let you know what the name of the thing is.
It sounds big. I mean, how many tons of coolant's gonna be at this place?
2 12.5s for the sanctuary.
Big, 10, nice.
A 10 for the a 10-ton for the second story, and a 7.5 for the first.
That's a pretty big job.
Yeah. 40. That's why, we thought about subbing out the ductwork, some of the big ductwork anyway.
Yeah.
But we put apples to apples, and we decided to go ahead and buy us sheet metal equipment and make our own duct. And it'll be an investment. It'll be an investment that will be able to carry us on, just not from this job, but through most jobs. So we can tackle bigger jobs. We can take on more customized stuff, that type of thing.
I think you save some money. You put duct board in. I mean, I'm throwing it out there. Nothing like a 50 by 20 duct board duct.
At the cost of sheet metal, I may have to take you up on that.
It's hard to have a 20-ton flex and box system, but I think you can handle it, Curtis. You can get the job done. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
it is crazy though, right? Everything costs way, way more now. So that's a good question. I mean, how much time's gonna go by between my bid was accepted and the job starts, and how much different is everything going to cost by the time it happens?
Well, I'll tell you this right now. From what we bid this job, we had like a $7,000 to $8,000 contingency in it, for everything, cost of materials and things change, of course. We're going to eat every bit of it up.
So you're already at that point where
it's already ate up. It's already ate up. I mean, seriously.
Yeah. That's tough because it's that this process, and you probably didn't hear the first part of that because something happened there. Your headphone flew off your head or something.
Yeah, they were on backwards.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, when you put them on backwards, they feel very awkward for some reason.
I was wondering why my ears were tickling, but go ahead.
That's exactly right. It's a real ear tickling experience. So I forget what I was even saying. Your headphones went off, and it's just trying to show off. Whatever. I'm just kidding, but it's actually a very good spot to stop so I can do my giveaway stuff, which I have to do.
We were talking about church.
We're going to come back. I'm just saying, I just need a couple of minutes to do the giveaway thing. So if you will, Curtis, you're just going to take a break for a second, and I'm going to do the giveaway thing.
Okay.
But because I need to glom on to sponsorships, I'm going to play a sponsorship thing. Okay,
cool.
All right, so here goes the sponsorship thing. We'll be right back with the giveaway I'll show you. Hold on. For the people out there who can see, and for the people listening to this as a podcast, it's already been given away. Sorry. It's going to be these fine NAVAC analog gauges with quarter-turn ball valves and places to park your hose and 4 different refrigerants. Good? Okay. All right, let me hang it back up. So we're going to have a little break here for about 30 seconds. We'll come back and give it away. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. All right. The NP4 DLM cordless vacuum pump from NAVAC features a high-performance lithium battery capable of up to 1 hour of continuous running time. Weighing a scant 15.4 pounds, this unit is exceedingly efficient and, for technicians, easy to carry and store. The NP4 DLM's twin-cylinder operation provides high vacuum down to 15 microns. To save 8% off this product when you purchase, go to TrueTechTools.com and use our Shop Talk discount code. And just so you know, whenever you have like ads like that, you can really do that with anything, that voice and stuff. You can say like, here we go. Now more than ever before, your paper needs to be divided into equal sections. Scissors. You can do it with everything. True Tech Tools, save 8%. Shop Talk discount code.
You ever watch that show or that thing on YouTube, Honest Trailers?
I have seen one or two of those. It's kind of funny.
You're the epic voice guy. You be the epic voice guy.
Harbor Freight needle nose pliers. You need these every day. You're going to reach into an electrical cabinet and grab off a Stacon. You need Harbor Freight electrical pliers, needle nose. Anyway, and here's one more for you guys. If guys are listening, I'm sorry. We're just going to do this anyway. I have 2 cards here, Curtis. All right.
Uh-huh.
left hand and right hand. These are baseball cards that I collected in the early 1990s. I want you to pick left or right.
I'm right-handed, so left-handed.
All right. So, all right. In the left hand is Brian Jordan. Do you remember him?
No, because I thought baseball was gay.
How'd I know you were going to say that? Brian Jordan, you picked the wrong one, buddy. This guy was like, he didn't do much, but the other hand would have been Chipper Jones, which you probably do remember. Chipper Jones, his rookie card. So it's good. This is funny. All right, we're giving away some gauges now for the people who signed up for gauges. Well, I hope you did, because you had to be here to win the gauges. So I'll pick a winner here, and then you guys, if you are such winner, you have to, say I'm here or whatever. So I'm going to show the other screen here. Let me see if I can do that. Oh, look, we can. We have the technology. Get me some YouTube comments. We got 70. Start. Boom. And our winner is Michael Personale. Okay. So if you are Michael Personale, then just put in I'm here or whatever, and you'll get these gauges, man, and so much more. Hopes and dreams that come with them. Analog gauges make the world go round. People say digitals do, but it's false. When the digitals die, the analogs save the day. And then the guy's like, I don't know what the numbers mean on these, man. Because we're all new now. It's like I plug my iPhone into it, it don't do nothing. So, but let's see. He's here. He's here.
Do those NAVAC gauges? Are they just regular analogs, or can you use are they digital, or use a Bluetooth with them?
Well, these are regular old analog. Okay, there you go. Regular old analog gauges.
Gotcha.
They're just like an updated version of them. They got like a little.
I got you.
Bumper
I like
pad
the look
on
on them. I like the look on them.
I know. How much does this match Testo? It matches Testo, doesn't it? It would fit right in. It would fit right in with your Testo probes. You're like, let me hook up my probes to this. Wait a second.
I don't think you want to say that, Zach.
I don't think
you might anger your sponsors.
It wouldn't be the first sponsor that said, hey, Zach, don't do it that way next time. It wouldn't be the first time that happened.
You're just saying, hey, look, I'm just being honest, man. Looks like Testo. Didn't say it was Testo. Looks like Testo.
Let me fix this real quick. All right, let me fix this. I can do this. All right, here's how you do this. You got a bunch of Testo tools out there, and you're afraid to buy other tools because you don't want them not to match. Well, NAVAC says, hey, we match Testo. You can buy our stuff.
There you go. That's to dig yourself out of a hole.
That's problem solved right there. More than likely.
There you go.
Michael Personale, wherever you went, email me at hvacshoptalk@gmail.com, and we shall give you these tools. I need your address. Go ahead and put your measurements of your body on there, your weight, and the first 5 digits of your social security number. And I'll use a program to figure out the rest of them. So that's fine. I mean, nothing will happen. All right, good. All right, we can continue talking. Curtis, you want to talk about church, right? You said you were a Scientologist. You go into level 7. You think you're going to meet the Grand Poobah and learn a new spell?
You were asking me a question, but I couldn't hear it because my earphones had a snafu. So what do you got?
I think you were talking about the church thing, weren't you?
Well, I was talking about duck sizing, but you were talking about something else.
I said it'd be to save money, you do flex and box system, but I guess you're stuck with how are you planning to do the duck?
Well, we're going to use sheet metal equipment, Zach, and make it out of sheet metal.
You know what I'm saying, but are you making like, you know what? Sheet metal. Gotcha.
No, I mean, we're gonna.
That's pretty good. I did just gloss over the fact you just got a bunch of sheet metal equipment in my brain. So, sheet metal ducks, I got you.
A lot of it's 40 by 18 duck. There's at least about 30 or 40 feet of it. Well, let me back up and punt. 80 feet because it's 2 systems. So we did the calculations, and one piece of duck is one piece of 40 by 18 is a sheet and a half of sheet metal.
What gauge sheet metal is it?
It's got to be 24.
Man, I don't know how much it costs now. I was just thinking about that the other day because my singular call I went on, I had to replace part of the hood on this package unit because it's all rusted out. I was like, I wonder how much sheet metal costs because last time I bought it was like $10, $15. And now who knows what it costs for a 26 gauge.
Well, 24 a 4 by 8 sheet of beaded 24 is $30 some. So
it's probably 20.
You're probably running about 25 bucks.
And I'm gonna put it out there. I got your email, Michael. You're good to go. I didn't see your social security number in here, but nobody's perfect. Sorry. Okay, so you're gonna build a bunch of sheet metal ducks. That's kind of ambitious, Curtis. You're gonna build the whole sheet metal shop on this job right here. I mean, was that your call? Is your partner going to be angry with you?
What's that?
Going to get a whole sheet metal shop instead of getting it subbed out or whatever.
No. We both looked at the numbers. It's not feasible to because I mean, for what we paid a little over 13 grand for the sheet metal equipment that we're going to need. So that's not a bad deal. And you're probably looking at double that to have another company make it for you.
Yeah, it's going to cost a lot.
And even if no local company will make it for us. I don't know if it's some bad voodoo or something, or you're asking to take their mother on a date when you ask them to make some duct work for you. It's like you're evil. It's like, I know we're competition and everything, but my money is as green as anybody else's. What's the big deal?
How many people did you ask?
We asked all 3 big companies that were in the area that had a sheet metal shop.
What did they say exactly? No, we can't do that because we want you to go out of business.
One definitely not. One was too busy, and the other one we asked a GC who was friends with the owner of the company, and he never got back with him. So we just said, we're just going to go ahead and get our own sheet metal equipment and do ourselves.
Yeah. So that busy company was just blowing smoke anyway. They just wanted to get out of having to answer. No, we don't want to help you. Good luck in your business. We hope you fail.
I mean, I know everybody's, you compete with one another, but it's like, come on,
Yeah. Have you ever worked with a company like in some way, shape, or form before now? Like team up with a different HVAC company for anything?
Well, yes. Back when I first started, there was a good friend of mine. He owns AirTech in one of the towns I lived in or lived close to. He had a bad problem finding any help. This was around 2013, and a little bit into 2014. He just couldn't keep help, or couldn't find no help, or anybody that was, I guess you could call anybody willing to work, basically. Mm-hmm. He had me and a couple other guys that he subbed out work to, and we did the work for him. And he checked it out and everything like that right there. And, allowed him to get, bigger jobs or more jobs, and gave him a chance to grow a little bit. And now he's doing real well. He hasn't had to sub anything out for at least 5 years. So he's doing pretty good.
A lot of people use subs. So, I mean, what's really the difference? Those are different companies really working together, because the subs are their own company, so to speak. Even if there's kind of a loose, like just basic thing where you have workman's comp and your own little sole proprietor or something. But yeah, I mean, everybody likes subs, especially as one man dudes, which I guess you're not a one man dude anymore. You're kind of a multi-man. You're like a huge corporation or whatever. And, but for us small people, Curtis, like me, we have to rely on subs to do the things we hate to do.
I'm still small, Zach, just cause I have one crew to install. and a service tech. I mean, we're still small.
Yeah, says Walmart here. Yeah, sure. Oh man, I'm mom and pop, and you're the Walmart coming into town.
Oh,
Hey,
please.
oh man, we're done for.
Hey, this one man crew and one other person did some pretty cool work. We did some restaurants and other things, so we've done some work.
So like Al Pacino, we've been around, we've
There
seen
you
things,
go.
man. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. That's Son of a Woman. That's that's a good movie, man.
Oh, is it? I need to look at that. I need to check that out. Never seen it.
You've never seen Son of a Woman, man? That's a really good movie.
No.
I do the whole scene for you, but it would waste time
No.
and people would click off because that's just strange. But I
No.
really do want to do it. I just want you to know that I want to do it really bad.
It's here's the thing. I only watch good movies, but you said Sin of a Movie. It didn't look to me like it was a good movie, but if you tell me it's a good movie, I've been people telling here lately movies that I thought looked stupid. You need to check that movie out. It's pretty good. So I'm putting it on a little list, to check out.
This movie, it's not like Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks are going to be in this movie finding love and stuff. It's not that kind of Scent of a Woman. The dude is blind, and it's his story of almost like getting redeemed or something because he befriends this young kid. It is awesome, and it'll make you laugh a lot, and it also make you cry.
Now I know another good movie Al Pacino was in that I liked, Devil's Advocate. Now, that was a really good movie.
Man, that was fantastic! What an interesting movie that was. Are you kidding me?
If you like Keanu Reeves, man, that's a good movie.
Keanu, I love Keanu, man. The FBI pays me to surf. Everybody likes Keanu. That movie was a trip. What a trippy ending. With the wall that moves and it was just trippy, man. If you guys hadn't seen it, I mean, it's not wholesome, but it's
it's not wholesome by any means, but it's actually a really good movie. But anyway,
that's neither here nor there. But check that out, guys. In Movie Club, don't bring your kids to that one. No, and if you haven't seen Point Break, I suggest that one as well.
Not the new one, the old one.
Not the new one, the old one for sure.
The old one.
Good grief. Oh my gosh!
One of the best Patrick Swayze movies.
Maybe next to Roadhouse.
Now,
oh my gosh! Roadhouse, Dirty Dancing.
I'm sorry. I liked Roadhouse. It's the most quoted movie there ever was. I love it. But Dirty Dancing, man, come on. That's an awesome movie.
Come on, you got to be kidding me.
No, that's
Roadhouse
awesome.
has Sam Elliott, Patrick Swayze, great, clever sayings to other bar folk.
I know it's one of the most quoted movies, that we have today, and I loved it. Don't get me wrong, I did. But Dirty Dancing, man, that was one of his good movies.
I don't even know who I'm talking to.
Well, maybe it's just because the movie was filmed at Mountain Lake, and it's like 30 minutes from my house.
Well, straight up, Dirty Dancing is a good movie. But for me, Roadhouse, I can watch the clips of Roadhouse all day where Sam Elliott shows up and beats the crap out of those guys while they're beating up Patrick Swayze. It is fantastic.
I'm sorry. Whenever I think of Sam Elliott, I think of Tombstone.
We could do this all day. Earlier today, this was me walking into the kitchen. Okay. I was walking to the kitchen. I was going like this. I was going, well, I didn't think you'd show. I'm your Huckleberry. My fight's not with you, Holiday. I beg to differ, sir. Play for blood. And it was great, man. And then they fight, and he dies.
I know.
My gosh. I love that movie. I love it.
Who don't? That's like Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
I'm a man of constant sorrow.
Yeah, I didn't think I would like that movie, but I checked it out. And that's another good movie, man. I mean, just I don't know. But anyway.
Oh man. So air conditioners are what? Yeah, right. What? I feel like if we don't go back to that, people will leave. But I do love Tombstone, so that's tough. Man.
No,
Oh
it's,
yeah, let's have a spelling contest. I see the chat, man. Hello, like, how about a spelling contest? Oh, it's great. Oh my gosh. That guy flipping Doc Holliday flipping the stupid cup on his finger
oh,
after
of
Johnny
course,
Ringo does the pistols.
of
Oh my god.
course,
I
of
have
course.
guns for both
He
of them.
says, and Kurt Russell says, "You tell him I'm coming, and I'm bringing. You tell him I'm coming, and how do you say it?
Hell's
Coming, and he's coming with me.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
great.
I don't. It's just a good movie, man. It's just a good movie.
It is a good
You
movie. I think HVAC people should watch movies like that just because after getting out of the crawl space, this is how I'm gonna tie this together. After getting out of the crawl space after a long day where you've been, French kissing spiders in the mouth and stuff like that, you need a moment just to watch something like Tombstone. And Tombstone is the movie because you have that satisfaction. Like Holiday versus Ringo at the end, you're satisfied.
Yeah.
Because he's sitting there, he's talking crap to this guy after shooting him in the head while he's trying to walk forward. It's like, come on, and he talks crap when he falls down the ground. You remember he says, "You're no Daisy." He's talking crap like he's slower than the other guy. Oh my gosh, fantastic! Oh man, that's so good, man. All right, Curtis. All right, what else you been doing? Anything? You've been making companies and doing churches and stuff. What else has been going on?
Nothing much, man. It's just been kind of, it's been kind of slow here. We've been steady. I'll say that we ain't been covered up, but we've been steady. So, with the economy, with the prices of everything. Well, we did a car wash.
Oh, okay. I was about to say that you were raising money or something.
No,
you actually installed HVAC at a car wash.
We did a car wash. Yep, I did a car wash.
So what do you have to do there? Is there anything like special or different? Like, do you have to install any other things at the car wash? Say, hey, why don't you put in the blowers to blow the cars off?
Well, I will say this. The way we had to put a set of tube heaters, a set of 240-foot tube heaters, radiant tube heaters.
Sounds dirty.
in the wash bay.
Mm-hmm.
And the way they have it set up is they have an exhaust fan to come on, but you don't vent the tube heaters out. You don't pull the gas fumes or anything out. They have the exhaust fan will pull. When the wash bay doors are open, okay. If they need to run the tube heaters, they can run the tube heaters with the wash doors open. Okay. But if they have to close the bay doors and they've got the tube heaters in there to keep, I guess, the water from freezing, they have a CO and a CO NO2 sensor that is tied in consecutive with the tube heaters to the exhaust fan. And if there's too much CO or nitrous oxide or whatever that builds up, either from cars or from the tube heaters, it'll actually shut the tube heaters off and bring the exhaust fans on, and it'll pull all that stuff out. It's interesting. I've never really messed with anything like that.
I've never heard of that either. Is that all spec'd on some architectural plan? Is that how that comes to be?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's all got to be spec'd. And then just from that, I got to do my first ducted mini split air handler. One of those for this place. I've never done one of those. I don't see. this is another this is another one of the cases of those how brilliant engineers are.
Oh snap!
This is a little 12,000 BTU ducted air handler. Didn't need a ducted air handler. They could have got away with a 15,000 BTU wall mount. And because it's just a little lobby area and a bathroom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they didn't need that big piece of equipment. So
man, they had those cassettes, right? Don't they have the cassettes where one duct can come off the side of them or something?
Yeah, they do. But they didn't. They did one of those ducted where you have the return come off. You got the supply duct come in. Plus, we got to bring fresh air now into it because it's quote unquote commercial. You know, it's got a fan or an intake hood to open up to 10% whenever the unit comes on. So whenever you start getting into all that, you got to start bringing in fresh air for commercial. I mean, just half the money for that job was spent, as far as equipment goes, was spent just on the lobby, and it didn't really need to be spent.
Holy
But
crap.
hey, like I said, engineers know what they're doing.
Does that fresh air not come through the actual HVAC system? It gets just dumped inside?
No, it comes and goes into the return and
Okay, so it does.
mixes with the conditioned air. But remember now, we only have 2 8-inch supplies for this and one little 6-inch for that bathroom. So they want to mix fresh air.
Oh no. Oh yeah, okay.
10% fresh air for just a little, I'd say that I think that's a 15. It's about a 10 by 15 lobby area. You know?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Talking about does it ever get hot or cold there?
In our area we live,
Yeah.
it's we're designated to have more of a heating load than a cooling load when it comes to HVAC in our area. But here recently, in the last couple of years, it's been more cooling than heating.
Mm-hmm.
So
got that global warming.
Yeah.
It's all happening now. We're just like the dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just waiting for a comet, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We agree on that. All right, let's move on.
Yeah.
It's all your stupid tube heaters pouring CO into the atmosphere. Nah, it's funny because there's I remember this outside air. Whenever I'm trying to figure out how much load outside air brings into something, it's huge. Mm-hmm. It's like a ton of load, especially in the summertime when you have humidity and stuff. Mm-hmm. It like totally overload that little poor baby air handler. It's like no.
Yeah, I mean 10%. 10%. That may not sound like a lot, but
yeah, a 95-degree day at 70-some degree wet bulb or something, it's gonna be enough. They'd be like, I don't feel good in here. Yeah, good times. 10 by 15 ought to do the job. Oh no. Yeah. Well, it's kind of funny like that because bringing in fresh air, you figure they'd bring in, I don't know, like maybe one of those recovery ventilators, the heat exchangers, the recovery ventilators where they bring the air crisscross it so it picks up some of the cooling.
ERV. I mean, for a little 10 by 15 area, they start getting into that. Come on.
Yeah. How dumb are people that we got to spend $100 million on this lobby for this car wash? You got well, we got to get these 7 dampers in a row here and modulates with this inside air, and we need to get it outside and exchange it and stuff. So how about we just realize that people are going to open the door all day, every day?
15,000 BTU wall unit. Come on, people.
Dude, that unit's going to be sitting in there. It's like, we got it cool in here now. One person's going to open the door. It's like, all right, let's start over. And the person leaves. It's like, all right, let's start over again. Oh, my gosh. That's funny.
Where the other beautiful thing is it's got one of those wireless, because of it, you have to get one of those wireless thermostats Mitsubishi makes with the module that hooks up to the air handler. Mm-hmm. Where the engineer wants that thermostat is opposite the wall with all the windows.
So what, the sun shines on this thing?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds about right.
It will all the time. All the time.
That's one step away from the engineer wanting it on the roof or something. It's like, can you just put it outside so it runs more often? Yeah. It's just funny, man. It's just, you expect, well, the thing is that I'm not saying engineers aren't right a lot of the time because, they have a job, I guess. And it's fine. I have friends that are engineers. I don't talk to them anymore because they chose to be engineers. But we look at these, we have these architectural plans. And I remember my favorite one was like, all right, architect's not exactly the same as the engineer, but it's similar. We think of them the same way.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a plan, and it's like it says a duct going across there, and there's like a beam right there where it's totally impossible the duct passes through the beam. It's like, what kind of David Blaine duct is this? I was going to get through this here I-beam. Are we supposed to cut a nice hole in this steel right here? It just said stuff like that's always happened throughout the years. It's like, well, you guys might have to build a soffit. Yeah, they're going to be a huge fan of that. Let me just build a soffit down in the middle of the room. They're going to love that. Thanks, guy.
You're going to love this. You're absolutely going to love this. We did a, trying to think of what you would call it. I guess you call it a retirement care facility in Covington, Virginia last summer. 2 rooftops, and the way they had the way the engineer had spec'd it, the ductwork runs across like, now if you can think, we have 2 hotels, okay, one here, one here, okay. They're building a center building in the center, all right, and they're connecting a restaurant into this care facility. It's going to have the nurses station, the offices, all that kind of thing. So it's all going to be one. They're turning 2 hotels into like a retirement care facility. Okay. So the center building is the new building. And because the hotel had 2 floors, they had to connect both floors via a walkway. Okay. Mm-hmm. On the first and on the second. Now, when they did that, the engineers plans of bringing the ductwork across to feed from one half of the nurses station to the other half went out the door, because everything from the first floor up on that side was all structural, steel beams, LBLs, all that good crap. We couldn't do it. So we had to, we were given, okay, not just us, the electricians, the plumbers, the sprinkler guys, everybody was given a little 4. Let me think if I can. The space was we were given 10 inches high, okay, by 6 foot. All right. Mm-hmm. And that was going to be a chase that we'd run from one side of the building to the other side, so we can feed everything on that other half. And everybody had to put all their stuff in. Everybody. Okay. Of course, we wanted to be there first. All right. Yeah. We wanted to be there first.
Probably a line for that.
We did. We got our piece of duck in. Okay. We got our piece of duck in before the sprinkler guys. They were not happy. Let me tell you, out of every commercial job I've been on in the last year, there's only going to be one butthole on the job: the sprinkler guys.
Okay? By nature, sprinkler guys are
by nature. I would always think it would be the painters. Painters always seem to be in a foul mood, but it's not the painters. It's the sprinkler guys, because they think their crap don't stink, and they get their run of every single spot on the job. They've got to run theirs first. It's got to be here. So on a job where you've got to make changes, they don't like that. Oh, no. Plans say it's got to go right there. It's got to go right there.
You got to take this duct out of the way. I got to get my pipe in there. You got to move this duct. I'm not putting on elbows.
We had, all right. So we were doing this. So anyway, make a long story short, they screwed me. They run a 6-inch main and pissed off the electricians too. Pissed off the plumbers and electricians. We were able to get our duct in, and then they pitched a fit about that because they had a 6-inch main. 4-inch main to get in. Okay. It was a 4-inch main, but they thought like they needed that whole cavity to run that 4-inch main. What they wanted is they wanted to be able to, because instead of having to make a couple of turns to get in where they wanted, they wanted to be able to run it straight down the center where my duct was.
Mm-hmm.
And my duct had to go right there. It couldn't go nowhere else because I had a 20x8 duct. It had to go there. So they pitched a fit just to run one, so because they had to make a couple of turns. Well, I also had to bring a bath fan from one side to the other. So
how long is the walkway?
The walkway is from one hotel to the other. I would say a good 30 feet.
Oh, so it's a pretty decent distance.
But it's
okay.
the walkway is. But we got a chase, like I said, 10 inches by 6 foot.
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody got to use that one little chase. So it worked out. Everybody, I mean, it was crammed with everybody in there.
Who was last? That's what I want to know. Who went last?
The electricians.
The electrician, yeah.
Because
like, wires are small, bro.
And here's another thing. I don't know if it's a commercial thing or not, and I'm not an electrician by any means, but the electricians ran everything in conduit. It's a stick building. This is what gets me. It's a stick building, okay? And I've worked with some electricians on commercial projects, and maybe it was zoned differently. I don't know, but everything was in conduit. Now, me personally, I've seen electricians on bigger commercial jobs pull everything in MC cable.
Yeah, that's pretty common.
Common MC cable. These guys was pulling everything in conduit. I don't know. Maybe I'm not the smartest.
Maybe they just want to do it because they conduit.
Dad jokes. Dad jokes. Alert. Dad jokes.
Awesome. Anyway, that was awesome. Guys, hashtag conduit if you're on Instagram. And I will not see it. Yeah, anyway, you guys are on TikTok. You want to share that? That's fine.
Oh God, TikTok, Jesus.
Yeah, I've seen your profile on there. I'm just kidding. I don't go on there. I just like to remind people that Brent Ridley is on TikTok. That's all I'm going to say. He's on TikTok. He's probably on Snapchat too, and he's probably on whatever other thing that typically revolve around a 14-year-old girl's life. So I'm just going to put that out.
Well,
there.
You're not on Facebook anymore, apparently. So
I had to go there to the share, like when we have a show like this. I might go and do one of the sharing things, but most of the time I can do it from like a different website that does it for me or something. I think Facebook is a piece of garbage.
I think everybody's getting to that point now.
I mean, I get sick of hearing Facebook news crap. I get sick of being told I can boost my post for $10. I get sick of all that crap. And I just said, man, I don't even think it really helps all that much more than me just saying we're having a show tonight. What I love is if people just be subscribed and watch the show. But I feel like I got to put it on Facebook for people who might not know or forget or something like that. So
yeah.
That's the tough part. But I dropped Instagram, and the other ones I was never on to begin with. So yeah.
I was on Instagram there for a bit, and I got sick of the notifications. And I'm just like, I don't have enough time to do any of this. I'm too busy. So I was just like, I'll check out a couple of my buddies on Facebook, and that's it. Yeah. So I got rid of Instagram too.
I get sick of that crap. It's like, go outside and play or something. You know what I'm saying? Even the adults. I mean, go outside and do something. Go cut your grass. I mean, get off Instagram. There ain't nothing good coming from it. I go on forever. I just think it's stupid. Yeah. What an old fart. Well, you're older than I am, so you're an older fart than I am.
Yes, I am.
It's not by much, though, I don't think.
A couple of years at least.
Yeah, it's just a couple of years, I think. But you know what? This feels about right with pulling the plug on this thing, man. It feels like everybody's getting tired. I want my pop. Oh, I want that beef. That's right. I forgot about that. It's going to be a good night. All right. We're going to eat some beef.
You're eating at 9:30. Wow.
Well, okay. Here's the deal. So, when I was walking
you're going to be up all night.
Yeah. Well, I'm in the 40s now. So I mean, like, ooh, mistake. Number one. No. When I was walking into the kitchen earlier and I was going, I'm your Huckleberry, as you recall, they were slow cooking in a pan this roast. When I say they, I mean my wife was doing it, and I was going, "Oh, that looks good." That's basically how it works. She said, "Well, it'll be ready before you get on the show." I said, "Okay." I said, "But if you wait till after the show, it'll be tender and perfect." I said, "Well, I'm going to wait till after the show. I want it to be perfect." So I grabbed some cheese nips and ran in here so I could meet with you, Curtis, and watch you talk like this because your mic wasn't on, and watch your wife find your webcam. Behind the scenes with Shop Talk.
Beautiful,
man.
beautiful.
Yeah, it is beautiful. But yeah, I think we're good to go, man. We'll do this again. Obviously, we do it periodically, and I'm doing a little bit more often.
Man. Good talking to you. Thank you for having me.
Well, it's no problem, Curtis. All I got to tell you is to make sure you build up some new experiences for next time. I'll bring you back in a few weeks and we do it again. And you can tell me about how, when is the new company supposed to officially be?
Hopefully by the middle of the year, we'll have everything kind of finished up, and contracts with the old companies kind of finished out where we can move forward. So that's the plan.
Excellent. Well, we'll talk before then, though. You'll be back before then. So I don't remember the last time you came. I forget what we talked about. I think we talked when we were talking about the crystal meth. There was a whole bunch of stuff that wasn't HVAC last time. That was just a podcast. Next time you might hear an update about how Pulaski's doing as far as their drug problem and what kind of corruption's on the city council. But all right, so here's the deal. I'm going to remove you, Curtis, because I have to talk to these people for a few more minutes here.
Okay.
And you can hang out or you can go about your life is what I say. You probably just go about your life because I'm going to go about my life when I'm done and go eat that beef. So
okay.
I'm just going to tell you that right now. But I'll be texting you tomorrow telling you how good we did tonight. All right?
Sounds good, brother. Appreciate it.
All right, dude. Take it easy, Curtis.
All right, man. Bye.
Later, man. The old buddy Curtis right there, guys. I figure what we'll do now is I'm going to take a quick break here, and then I'll come back and read y'all sections of the New Testament and see how many of you remain after I do that. So I'm going to give that a shot, and we'll be right back after these messages from Nabisco. Wait, that's not right. I meant these messages from, let's see, what we're going to do. EWC. Here we go. The best forced air zoning controls in the HVAC industry come from EWC Controls. This includes the Workhorse BM Plus 3000 zone panel, 3 zones, multiple dip switches so you can customize the controls to your particular system install. Another workhorse of the system is the URD and ND dampers. These power open, power closed dampers are both reliable and long lasting. So for the entire life of your system, you won't be replacing your zoning components. And lastly, the innovative SBD2 static pressure bypass with the wireless NFC interface take this whole thing to a new level of precision and reliability because you can set your system right there at your fingertips to the particular static pressure you need. No more guesswork, no more barometric arms. Go to EWC Controls Incorporated. You can find them online to learn more and look for them in your local supply house. Hey, what's up now? Hey, now, what? Are you people still here? Man, that's crazy. I thought it was gonna be scary. All right, we're gonna go ahead and read from Luke chapter 10, verse 25. I figured this would be great, you guys. We get a nice lesson at the end of the night. This will be perfect. Okay, this is beautiful. All right, this is the parable, and you're gonna love this. The parable of the Good Samaritan. Okay, all right. So I'm just going to read this real quick and we can wrap it up for tonight. It'll be really, really good. Curtis, again, thank you for coming on, man. It was a lot of fun. We'll do that again, too. So here we go. Parable of the Good Samaritan. Let's see how good my reading is tonight. Let's see how well my reading is tonight. Sorry. And behold, a lawyer stood up and put him to the test, saying, put Jesus to the test, of course. Teacher, what shall I do to inherit eternal life? He said to him, What is written in the law? How do you read it? And he answered, You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your strength and with all your mind and your neighbor as yourself. And he said to him, You have answered correctly. Do this and you will live. But he, the lawyer, desiring to justify himself, said to Jesus, And who is my neighbor? Jesus replied, A man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho, and he fell among robbers, who stripped him and beat him and departed, leaving him half dead. Now by chance a priest was going down that road, and when he saw him, he passed by on the other side. So likewise, a Levite, when he came to the place and saw him, passed by on the other side. These guys are ditching this guy, basically. But a Samaritan, as he journeyed, came to where he was, and when he saw him, he had compassion. He went to him and bound up his wounds, pouring on oil and wine. Then he set him on his own animal and brought him to the inn and took care of him. And the next day he took out 2 denarii. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's money. Denarii, and gave them to the innkeeper, saying, take care of him, and whatever more you spend, I will repay you when I come back. Which of these 3 do you think proved to be a neighbor to the man who fell among the robbers? He said, the one who showed him mercy. And Jesus said to him, you go and do likewise. Very, very good passage, because a lot of people, they say but don't practice. And a good thing is, you just see people down and hurting and stuff, you can help them. You can help them. See, maybe we'll read one more. See how many of you guys stick around for that. I think this will be good. Let me see if I can't. Oh, here it is. Here's a good one right here. We actually talked about it last night on our Men with Issues show. So this is going to be a good one. This is Luke chapter 9, verse 23. It says, take up your cross and follow Jesus. And he said to all, if anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. For whoever would save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake will save it. For what does it profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses or forfeits himself? For whoever is ashamed of me and of my words, of him will the Son of Man be ashamed when it comes into his glory and the glory of the Father and of the holy angels. But I tell you truly, there are some standing here who will not taste death till they see the kingdom of God. Man, so that was pretty good, guys. And we're down to 23, and I thought I'd read a couple things, because wily minx that I am, I figure we'll go ahead and whittle it down, and we'll have us a nice little giveaway for the people who stuck around, because I like doing that. And now I'm not sure what we're going to give away, but you'll be getting something in the mail, whoever wins this. And I just happen to be sitting right next to Nightbot. And Nightbot will be happy to pick a winner here. I'm going to give you guys about 30 seconds to a minute here, and we'll pick a winner. Make sure you're chatting. And let's see what Craig says. Zach, I'll get a hold of you once I quit fixing what this builder jacked up and can get done moving. Hey, that's fine, man. You just let me know. You let me know. It's going to be fine. I look forward to talking to you on this show or the other one. So, all right. Go ahead and put your chat in there, guys who stuck around. You guys are so loyal. Good job. Good job, man. I'm going to use all that super chat money tonight, and I'm going to get myself a Pepsi Cola. Actually, no, because they have a lot of calories. I'm trying to be conscious now, guys. I got a figure to watch. So maybe a Dr. Pepper Zero. Thank you, Bob Reddington. I appreciate that. Let's give it about 10 or 20 more seconds here, and the good book wins. Hey, man, the good book's got all the information you need in it, guys. We do a whole show on that every Friday night. If you are interested, you email me, and I'll tell you more about it, show you where it's at. It's got everything. Let's see. Cannon keeps reminding me that I got rid of him because he was on Tinder. That is correct. So you are correct about that, Cannon. Let's see if you can't win something. Maybe salvage something from the relationship. Get yourself a nice prize. So, all right, here we go. Thank you, Jessica. Old man with issues loves you too. All right, so we're going to count down from 5 here. And by we, I mean me. We'll pick a prize here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Bow. Weaver Maintenance. You said good show, Zach. And look, you won. You rascal. You rascal. So, Weaver, you know the drill. Send me your information to hvacshoptalk@gmail.com. Like I said, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to give away, but I felt like doing it. Felt like that'd be a cool thing to do at the end of the show. So when you send me your information, give me your shirt size again, just in case it's shirt related. And I'll send you out something. But I really appreciate it. So congratulations to Weaver. And we'll continue to do fun stuff like this. I like doing this on Saturday night. It's a lot of fun. And it's a lot less stressful than knowing I have to get up really early during the week. So we'll try to do more like this. I don't know how successful we'll be, because by that same token, Saturday night's a good family night. So it's going to be, I don't know. We're not doing it next week. So next week, we're going to have on Tuesday night, this is the schedule. Tuesday night, we're going to have Rick, which is HVACR Survival. And this is contingent upon him not getting a call for being on call. So we're going to cross our fingers there. And Thursday night, the plan is to get Ted Cook from Anti-DIY HVAC, as long as he can still do it. But that event is made. He said he's 99% on that. So we're going to make sure next week on Wednesday, if anything changes, I'll update it. But that's our slots for next week. That'll be Tuesday and Thursday. So it'll be Tuesday, Thursday, then Friday night for the Men with Issues live stream. If you have any questions, you can, I'll put it up on the screen here. Actually, it's in the description. My email and my phone, you can text my phone and ask any questions. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here because I'm going to go eat those awesome, that beef roast my wife made. I'm sure it's fantastic. And by now it's super. So I'm going to get out of here. I thank everybody for watching. It's been a lot of fun again tonight. And I'll see you guys next Tuesday for our show with HVAC Survival, which is our buddy Rick.